about divinity and God for a second, because it seems like your practice is the inner journey. It's not about these deities, Shiva, Brahma. I mean, maybe it is, but it starts here first, the inner. Am I right, or is there
Well,
other?
without the inner deity, how would you even worship or consider outer deity?
So we start with our own inner deity.
Inner deity.
We are divine. You're saying.
Of course.
Okay, I believe that, but a lot of teachers say no, it's out there, or other religions say it's out there.
Well, it's like insulting the inner deity and say you are outside. How can there ever be peace? You see, I often give this example of a mother delivering a baby. So much of pain, right? But with the first signature of baby's arrival is noted with a gentle cry of a baby. And mother, howsoever pain she be in, she'll smile.
Yeah.
That's a sign. That signature shows that some life force has come along with the baby. If that life force was not there, baby would not cry.
Right.
And doctors and nurses would go hither, frantically trying to make this baby breathe or resuscitate the heart and tap the baby.
Right.
That's a sign. And that force or the soul or jiva or whatever you like to call it, names don't matter. So that entity is with us and it will continue until the moment, we breathe our last. So that deity, that power, that life force is within us. And when we search for this life giver outside, it is humiliating to the inner deity. So how can you ever have peace of mind? Your direction of search is wrong.
That deity actually is us. It's not. It is the thing. With the personality is not us. The deity is us. I feels like
it is.
It is.
It is. And without that, we just cannot even have this discussion.
Right.
Imagine it says, Alan, tonight I'm going.
Not so fast.
Not so fast, right? And have we ever said thank you?
To the deity. Yeah, well.
And that's what meditation is all about, right? To be thankful, to be grateful to that inner life-giving force.
A place where you merge the personality and the deity, you samadhi, the mahas, or the high states of consciousness is a coming together of both.
It's all one then. See?
Yes.
My individual consciousness and the supreme consciousness, they merge. But the idea is to go beyond all this and see what is there that supports his consciousness. See, up to a certain extent, we are too playful with consciousness. So I love to venture into it. But the real search would be to find what is it that supports the consciousness.
Yeah. What have you found?
It is only one force, whom we call the potential, called God.
But it's the deity. It's the same in me and you and everyone else.
Yes.
And that's what you're calling.
Yes.
So what are these? What's the purpose of the incarnation if we're just returning back? If this deity is.
I'm laughing because often I get this question.
Okay.
In one of my meditation, I got this realization. I give you a small example.
Yeah.
Let's suppose I have $1 million and give it to my son. Boy, make sure you grow with this. Use it wisely. After 20 years, he comes up and said, Dad, I kept it so nicely, this $1 million. Here it is, writes a check. Would I be happy? Because at the rate of inflation, that 1 million has now become 200,000.
Right.
I would feel hurt in my heart and say, you stupid son, what the hell did you do with this money? You should have invested. You should have multiplied it.
Mm-hmm.
So when from the source we left, suppose with an X potential, and when I have to return back to the source, it better be 10x or 100x or million x.
Yeah.
That is the purpose.
Experience, you're saying.
Through
And
experience is the beginning of laying the foundation of your belief. For example, I believe in Lord Jesus, for example. Okay. Why do I believe? Because my parents taught me so. Or some people believe in Krishna or Shiva. Doesn't matter. Belief is good. Believing is better than not believing. I believe that. See. But to remain there,
right.
it's ignorance. I have to actualize my belief through experience. It is the experience that backs my knowledge.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
But having experienced something, it's not enough. I share with you an example that will convince you that, I have experienced God. Don't boast. There's something greater waiting. Experience is better, but something greater is also waiting. Suppose I come to your private island,
Okay.
and Alan says, Daaji, enjoyed my island, and
I'm happy to that.
be
Yes.
happy.
Yes.
I spent 3 months, 6 months at your island, and I enjoy your hospitality.
Okay.
And then I said, oh, wow, Alan is so rich. I wish I was also as rich. So hospitality, rather the rich hospitality, is experienced. But deep down in your heart, you crave that I wish I was also as rich. So divine experiences can be great. To become divine is greater.
Yes. Yes. But, and in a sense, we are the divine that people say, come in, and we forget we're the divine, and we return.
Awareness.
Awareness. But to experience the divine in form, actually, probably increases the divine potential, right?
In the form, actually, it will shortchange you.
It will what?
Shortchange means it
Shortchange you. Ah.
For example, how many people could understand the divinity of Lord Jesus in his lifetime?
Right.
Or that of Krishna or Moses
Or Buddha, yeah.
anyone for that
Yeah, yeah.
matter. No one understood them. So if while rubbing the shoulders with divine personalities of that order, no one could understand, how will you understand Jesus by watching the cross or the statue of Krishna or a Shiva? I think you do find some comfort by looking at such external things, external forms. But every religion has its esoteric form also, mystical form, which says nothing wrong in having approach to this divinity through a form. But time must come when you must transcend this form, experience the formlessness, the omnipresence of divinity.
Yeah, I agree with everything. I totally agree, yes. And there's a movement, I think, in this country to move towards that divinity. And I think things are changing here in the West, so people have more of an idea of what you're talking about. Do you get the sense that things are changing on the planet? Or is it the same old story?
Well, there is a greater awakening and there is a greater,
Forget
I
it.
would say, inquiry into the whole thing. They have lost, the youth have lost this idea of religion. They're more into spirituality.
That's a good thing, isn't it?
Excellent thing, actually.
Good.
Because there is a hollowness, emptiness with the ritualistic religious approaches
Yeah.
that doesn't give satisfaction or convincing. It has to be convinced, heart has to be convinced before you can bow down, say, I do believe in God. Religions don't teach you that. In fact, religions make you fight over philosophical differences.
Exactly.
And that is repelling.
Well, I think what you offer is what you said, experience. It's not philosophy.
No.
That's what makes your teachings different.
You create your own philosophy based on your own experience.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes, you are on your own tour.
So people watching now, where should they start? With the meditation, and then they have their own experience?
Yes, go through these practices day after day and see how within few months the entire thing changes. Your life, the course of your life will change. But your consciousness will change right from the first day.
So this is your mission, to help awaken that divinity.
Sure.
Okay, I like it. I agree with everything you've said.
And finally, I would say the uniqueness of this.
Yes, I started with that. Yes, I'm glad you came back to it.
The uniqueness of the system, when one of the meditators who was practicing under my guide, this happened in Washington, D.C. My guide was visiting at that time, Washington, D.C., and they had an open house. And those days, my guide was allowed to take only $20 out of India. There was a restriction. Anyway, so this meditator handed over $50 bill, and the old man didn't know what that currency was. So he asked the person accompanying him, general secretary of the organization, what is this? He said, Abuji, he's giving you $50. So he reluctantly said, God is not for sale. If God could be for sale, or the ultimate vidya, or the knowledge is for sale, how much would you pay? And if you could pay, why do you need God?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have this tradition of not to charge.
Ah.
It's free. Anyone can meditate free of charge. And you will have your own personal trainer. You can just log in and someone will always be with you, a volunteer. Suppose at 2 o'clock at midnight, past midnight, you feel like meditating. Whom would you call anyway?
So anyone watching this video can go to the website, go in, get the trainer for free, and start the practice. That's, I can't argue with that. No, that's nice. That's
the
very
privacy of your own home, and you don't have to touch the feet of the master.
Yeah.
You collect only the dust.
So you don't put yourself up as a high guru. You're just a deliverer of the message of the deities of the self.
It will be a crime to think oneself as a guru.
Right. Okay. Tell those gurus right.
Well, I always tell them directly and indirectly that don't become business people. That for one introductory session, $200. Right. Second stage session, $2,000. Third stage, $20,000. I mean, where is it going to end?
Right. No, what you're offering people is a technique to find themselves.
That's it.
And I think that's...
And definitely, peace is guaranteed.
Guaranteed? Money back? No, it's not
you're not paying anyway.
I think I'm going to try it and see. I mean, I'm sort of peaceful, but I can always be more peaceful. Thank you, Daaji, for your work and your commitment to supporting the planet and awakening.
Thanks a lot.